Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A chaotic morning in one part of Macomb County. An incident inside of a mobile home brought Sterling Heights police to the scene, and police ended up shooting one of the people involved. We are live there coming up. But first, tracking afternoon shower chances. All eyes are to the skies and 4 Live radar as Brandon is tracking the possibility for some wet weather. On strike, nearly 50,000 GM workers walk off the production line and onto the picket line, the biggest work stoppage for the auto industry in more than a decade.
This is our last resort.
A look at what's next for negotiations. And we are, of course, following this big news involving 3 of the country's most vital industries. And that does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. The car business, drug manufacturing, and the oil and gas industry. Those are those 3 major industries. And we're going to take a closer look at those in just a moment. But we do want to take a look at stocks right now, which do appear to be taking a hit. We're following how the stock market is responding to these developments. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down just over 150 points. And that is just over 0.5%. General Motors shares are down as well, so are major airlines. Oil stocks are on the rise, and so are shares in defense contractors. In the meantime, the big story here at home at noon, the strike at General Motors. 50,000 union workers are walking off the job at plants and warehouses all across the country. You are looking at some video of some of those people on the picket lines, as well as a live look at General Motors headquarters there at the Rensen. This is through our sky camera. Workers have shut down 33 manufacturing plants in 9 states all across the United States, as well as 22 parts distribution warehouses. Our business editor, Rob Maloney, taking a closer look at the impact. And Rob, what are you learning?
Well, what we're learning today, Evrod, is that there is some light at the end of this tunnel. Whereas yesterday, in the build-up to the walkout, there was deep concern, consternation. The walkout happened. Well, this morning, both parties are back at the bargaining table. Right behind me here at the Rensen, the UAW, General Motors, got back to business at 10 o'clock this morning. And the best way to talk about all of this is sort of breaking all the rules. General Motors talked about the offer they made just before the deadline on Saturday night. And it was a rather healthy offer. $8,000 signing bonuses, annual bonuses for workers, health care that would essentially remain the same as it is now. And so that's what GM offered. And so now that's what they're talking about today. While the picketing is going on, what you're looking at right now is the Customer Care and After Sales Center by UAW Local 174 out in Romulus. They were on the picket line today. Everybody is saying that they're glad that they're on the picket line at least to get the attention of the company. Let's hear from a couple of the workers that were out there today, Matthew Coleman and Sierra Tucker.
We're passionate about, what we're doing. Nobody wants a strike. But if you force our hand by trying to take away what's ours, we got to strike. We don't have any other choice.
I believe there is power in numbers and that our movement will be felt, and maybe they'll take us more serious on what we need.
So that's what the line workers are feeling, but we're hearing today, too, from the union. We're hearing from the company to a point. They're back talking, and there is a mood that with the new offer that there is a lot of ground that be covered. I was told just this morning that as of Saturday night, only 2% of what would amount to a big book full of contracts had been settled. With the new offer, there is a belief that they can quickly accelerate the pace. They've already started working. They have not yet said that they're going to go 24/7, but they're at least willing to do that. Let's see the kind of progress that they can make in all of this, and that's what they're talking about. Also, the UAW's GM Vice President was out talking today. We'll have more on that coming up on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you for the update. We're also following the developing story of drug maker Purdue Pharma filing for bankruptcy as part of a settlement over lawsuits over Purdue prescription opioid OxyContin. Now, more than 2,000 local governments and states have sued Purdue, saying that the company exaggerated the benefits of OxyContin while downplaying its risks. The settlement is expected to cost Purdue more than $10 billion, with about $3 billion coming from the Sackler family, which does own the company. Over the past 20 years, more than 200,000 Americans have died from opioid overdoses. Also developing now, it's now clear an attack in the middle of the Saudi desert is having a global impact, raising the likelihood of a U.S. military strike and raising gas prices. Bill Neely has a look at how President Trump is reacting.
The fallout from this attack on the world's biggest oil production facility is growing. It's still unclear who did it, but new satellite photos show multiple pinpoint attacks amid a plume of black smoke. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says Iran's to blame, but offered no evidence. President Trump didn't name Iran, but tweeted what appears to be a threat of military action, warning, "There's reason to believe we know the culprit, are locked and loaded depending on verification, but we're waiting to hear from Saudi Arabia as to who they believe was the cause of this attack and under what terms we would proceed." Iran denies involvement, its foreign minister accusing the US of moving from maximum pressure to maximum deceit. Iranian-backed rebels from Yemen released this propaganda video, claiming 10 of their drones hit the facility. President Trump suggested he was open to talks with Iran.
I can tell you that Iran wants to meet.
The first opportunity in New York in just over a week when world leaders meet at the UN. So rising military tension and rising gas prices. The oil price surged 10% overnight. One analyst telling NBC News gas at the pumps could rise 25 cents a gallon. The president releasing oil reserves if needed for the first time in 8 years to keep oil flowing at home.
It is extraordinary. This was the biggest single hit ever on global oil supply. But the big question this morning is a military one. What will President Trump do now, as he says the US is locked and loaded? And who will the Saudis blame? So far, they have neither named nor blamed their archenemy, Iran. Bill Neely, NBC News in the Middle East.
Alrighty, Bill, thank you. In the meantime, here at home, the Saudi oil disruption has not impacted gas prices, or at least not yet. AAA Michigan reporting the average price for gas statewide stands at $2.56 per gallon. That's down a dime from the price 1 week ago. But in Metro Detroit, prices are still higher. Detroit area drivers are paying an average of $2.68 per gallon for gas. Well, right now we want to give you a look outside. It looks cloudy and, to be honest, kind of muggy out there right now. And we might even be getting some afternoon shower chances. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Brianna Rue for the update.
Yeah, just some chances, nothing too crazy. We have temps mainly in the 70s, the holdout up in Sanilac County, Sandusky 67. It's 72 in Pontiac, 73 Mount Clemens, 75 over in Ann Arbor, 73 Harrow, Ontario, officially 76 at Metro. Winds aren't real strong, but they're coming out of the north and driving a little more cloud cover from Lake Michigan and especially Lake Huron. You see Mount Clemens reporting partly sunny, Adrian as well. Everybody else has those thicker clouds, and because of the north winds, it'll drive more cloud cover through the afternoon, about 78 degrees, and isolated light showers starting up in a couple of hours. A lot of it will be in our north zone once we get closer to that source, Lake Huron, and a couple of them drifting down here on the east side, maybe parts of Macomb County. Could hit downtown Detroit as well. Splash and dash kind of showers with clouds for most of the rest of the day. But you're going to love what is coming your way the rest of the 7-day. Magnificent coming up.
Alrighty, Brandon, thank you. It was a chaotic morning in one part of Macomb County. An incident inside of a mobile home brought Sterling Heights police to the scene, and police ended up shooting one of the people involved. It happened at a home on Bonaparte Avenue, right near where 19 Mile, Van Dyke, and Utica intersect. Local 4's Larry Sproul joining us now live there with a look at how things escalated. And Larry, what time did this all start?
Well, good afternoon, Rob. Police say everything happened around 3:30 this morning inside this mobile park home, in Sterling Heights. Now, as you can see, police are still here on the scene. Multiple agencies are out here. They are investigating and focusing on that home right over there. They say that's where the shooting started. An active police scene of multiple cars and tape. Quite a surprising view for many neighbors like Chuck Maxson here in this Sterling Heights mobile home park Monday morning. He tells me his dog started barking around 3:30 Monday morning, so he took her outside to use the restroom.
I heard some yelling and hollering from the home down there.
He debated on calling 911, but decided not to and went back inside.
Suddenly I heard 4 shots fired real rapidly.
Monday, our cameras captured officers investigating this home on Bonaparte Avenue. Police said they responded to an argument.
This seems to be something that was going on between a group of residents here that actually lived in that home.
A subject at the residence had a firearm on him, presented that weapon, and our officers shot. Multiple officers were involved in this.
A neighbor gave Local 4 this picture of the gun he say the suspect used.
That's the interesting part of it is, always trying to figure out what exactly occurred.
Now, police say they are still in the early parts of this investigation and will be out here for a while, but there are a lot of questions. Why did this happen? What happens next in this investigation? I'm working on that part of the story, all new tonight at 5. We're live in Sterling Heights this afternoon. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
All righty, Larry, thank you. An investigation is underway after a man is shot on Detroit's west side. This happened earlier this morning on Wagner Street, right near Livernois. We're told that a 31-year-old man was shot, and the alleged shooter took off shortly after. Right now, police are still looking for him. The man that was shot is now listed in critical condition.
I've never sexually assaulted anyone, not in high school, not in college, not ever.
So it was that statement made in September of 2018, again, that is now coming under scrutiny. A new book by 2 New York Times reporters includes a new story about Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh allegedly exposing himself to a woman at a party during his college days. However, the woman involved did not want to be interviewed, and friends say that she does not remember the incident. Still, some Democratic presidential candidates say that Kavanaugh should be impeached. President Trump says Kavanaugh should sue for libel. All right, so to come here on Local 4 News at noon, Rod Stewart gives up a big secret, the big announcement that he made during an event in England when we come back.